Okay, welcome back once again to the next part of the session that I was taking, and just share the screen and I'll take your questions one by one. Okay. Yeah, we were over here like preparing the students for the examination, and the last part, let me just come back. Okay, so that's it from my side. Now I would like to take all the questions by all of you. One by one, you can ask me. Huh?
My question was that these soft copies available for the NCRT book which you were telling that time.
NCRT book, employability skills, it is available, ma'am. Yes, obviously it is available. You can go to NCRT website under publications. You can go and search. It is available, ma'am.
And then, ma'am, what about the other chapters? Because other than this IBM handout, no other book is
No,
available.
textbook you can buy from other publications, ma'am. I am using Orange Education publication, Touchpad. So I bought that. You can refer to any other textbook, whichever you want, which is available in the market.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Ha, welcome. Yes, anybody has got it? Yes, sir. Ha.
Ma'am, I had a few questions. Like the batch that I have this year, they are all PCB students, physics, chemistry, biology.
Okay.
And class 11 was their first year when they were, exposed to AI.
Okay.
So most of these students a little bit, they have this phobia about Python programming,
Okay.
So
Yes,
when this concept of, so this entire 11th standard, whatever they have done, the regression part and, calculating. So we have done it with Excel, ma'am.
Okay.
Using different functions and this.
Yes,
so while going through the entire handbook today, like I found some coding.
Yes, sir.
So there's going to be a little bit, a little bit an uproar because again I have another colleague who is teaching humanities and commerce.
Okay.
So there, most of the students, they do not have any, exposure to Python programming.
Okay.
So how to go about it? Because, this is a big concern as whether the child is going to accept at this particular level.
Yes. Okay, sir. Let me share my experience with you. Even my students, those students which I have taught, they also did not have any idea about Python. Even though they are math students, they have taken PCM students in class 9 and 10, they have not studied any of the Python. So since class 11 for them was most of the time was online, I taught them very, very simple things about Python. Like if they these your students whom you're telling, they might have done mathematics till class 10, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So what you can do is bring them only little things to the classroom. Like first day you teach them only about the data types. You teach them simple print and input command. Don't teach them the complicated things. And don't first say that, oh, Python we have to do it so difficult. How you people are going to manage? No, that itself, the first day itself, the child is going to take a very heavy baggage. The first thing that I told my students is, don't worry, Python is very easy. We'll write simple programs and we'll finish. So the journey that I took them made them so easy for them. So by the time they came to regression, like writing real big programs, they said, ma'am, when we started, when we learned Python, humko pata bhi nahi chala. We did not even know like when we did all these things. So it is up to the teacher, sir, to put that particular seed of confidence that, see, Python is very easy. Usme to kuch nahi hai. Nothing is there in Python. So if we keep on feeding this and teach them only a few commands, like one day you teach them only print, one day input, one day like math, like square root. And actually, you remember in 10th you had done square root. It's such a difficult method. See, in Python it is so easy. So it is up to us to make the course very, very simple for them and make it very, very enjoyable. So all these students, your PCB students, your humanities students, or your commerce students might have done till class 10 mathematics. So there'll be no problem for them if you introduce, but it is up to us how we introduce the concept to the students. Okay, so that is my advice. So if you are confident, you can make your students also confident. See, initially when I started also, I also had apprehensions because the first chapter itself, if you open Capstone project, they have started with import NumPy, import Panda. So that is a very, very heavy material to be digested for us also. Even though I taught Python for 2 years, it was a big thing for me to understand, oh my God, how to do pandas. So then I made my own plan. Okay, this has to be done in a different way. So I started like that. So by the time they did Python, students even did not know that they were doing Python. It was just like that. So it's only the little mindset that we have to change, and it is up to us teachers to be confident and pass on that confidence to the students also. So that is my advice for you.
Uh, that's again not an issue, ma'am. But
Yeah.
again, there are some students who keep on asking, "Okay, sir, will this coding come in the final exam? Will
You
they
say
ask
no,
Python program?"
even my student, you will not believe, so few parents had come one day suddenly. Ma'am, you
Uh,
have started with Python. Is it going to come? My son is appearing for JE. How can he prepare? I said, nothing doing, ma'am. No Python coding is going to come. So the moment you tell, students are relaxed, parents are also relaxed. Okay.
yes. I think this was the same thing which I did with class 10 this year also. Like, there
Okay.
were many students, like even like CBSE had already mentioned in the curriculum that it will
Yes.
not be asked in theory.
Yeah.
But still, there were a little bit of concern from the parents coming.
Yeah, that's what, as
Will
I'm,
this
it's
come
all,
or not?
whatever I'm sharing, it's all my personal experience. Few parents, 3, 4 parents came to me rushing one day. This was the concern. Now they are concentrating on PCM, and now we have done a big mistake. Why the students have taken AI? Now they have to do Python. No teacher is there. What we are going to do, everything. So I handled everything. So that's what it depends on how you handle, how you take the students through the journey, sir. Okay.
Thank you
I'll
so much,
take,
ma'am.
yeah, welcome. I'll take Seema ma'am's question now. Seema ma'am.
Smitha, if I can add something in
Yes,
this,
ma'am. Please,
because
please. Sure,
term
ma'am.
one MCQ was there the first time when AI students had given the exam. So we were definitely told that Python code will not come in this is the IBM trainings that I had attended. So Soumya sir had said that Python code will not come, but unfortunately the train test split was asked in term one MCQ board exam. So I always tell my students that at least do the train test split, the code. That code is one single statement. It's not very difficult to learn also. So that one thing they can concentrate on. Other than that, Python is not important.
Yes. Okay, Seema ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening,
Right,
ma'am.
Meenu ma'am has rightly said that even I have seen that question came in couple of question papers, same question of frames split. Ma'am, my question is how important and how much in depth we have to take students in covering pandas, because that is another very huge topic.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you
Pandas is
cover?
a
Yeah,
no, ma'am. I did not cover anything in detail.
because
Just brief idea I have given them, and very few things that is required for them. And I showed them. I took the pandas library. I opened it in the this one presentation. I showed them. See, it has got a huge. It's a big ocean. We are not going to go in
right.
depth of ocean. Only few things like import panda. The command itself is very important for them to know. And what are the few things like reading a CSV file or opening a CSV file? Only that much I taught
Right,
them.
ma'am.
And I
That
told
much
them
need
that,
to know basis only we need to cover.
and I told them, see, your engineering or whatever you're going to do, maybe BCA or MCA, there you're going to do in detail. But just now learn the alphabets. Like if you learn ABCD and go, that will be easy for you, because in colleges, as I know, because my students are there in engineering colleges, there nobody is going to teach these small things like basic things. So I covered those basic things. I said, once you go to that level, you yourself will be so much equipped that you can explore more. And they were quite
Absolutely.
confident about that. Yes, ma'am. Yeah,
Right,
Kumud,
right.
ma'am.
My next question,
I'm sorry
to you
if you
and
have not
Meenu.
finished.
No,
Yeah.
it's okay. To you and Meenu, ma'am, collectively is there is no clearly distribution of marks for
Yes.
theory paper in
Yeah.
these three chapters. So, is there any weightage or randomly it will be 40 marks from anywhere?
40 marks from anywhere. We don't have that blueprint,
No,
ma'am.
no,
That is the
if you go
problem.
through the blueprint is there.
Achha,
If you go
blueprint
through the
is there.
blueprint,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
But
Okay. So
yes,
blueprint, I'll get
there
it
is
from
a little
CBSE site.
deviation from there. There is a little deviation every now and then, but that happens with every
Yes,
paper.
yes.
Yeah. So that
Yes,
is okay.
yes.
We'll get a brief idea about from where the questions are going to come, like how many MCQs and how many 2 marks question or 1 mark question, something
Weightage,
like that.
chapter wise, chapter. Okay.
Yeah.
Chapter wise weightage, I was just asking for.
Yeah,
All right.
that one.
And last question, ma'am. In a particular group for capstone project, how many students do you think are ideal to complete this
I took
project?
5 students, ma'am, in a group, and I had 67
All right.
students in my school. Like in one group,
Oh, good.
at the last, I was left with only 2 students. Only 2 students have 3 students have done a project, And in one group, because of their convenience or something, 6 students were there, because we have to see the compatibility level, like where they stay.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
sometimes
Right.
a few parents do interfere, ki, nahi, we have to put this child with that child or something like that. Only one intervention was there in my case, but rest all I saw the compatibility level and their comfort level. And since when I was making the group, like 3 students were absent because they had their personal problems. So those 3 students were left, and they obviously they came one to one group. That is how I did it.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
And lastly, how much time did it? Sorry, I'm asking one more question.
No problem,
How
ma'am,
much,
no problem.
how much time do you took in all to cover the complete Python along with this capstone, not project, completely the Python part? How
Python,
much
I
time
would
you
have
took?
taken exactly 2 months, ma'am. Exactly 2 months, yes.
2 months, right?
Yeah,
Right.
2
In the
months.
from the beginning of the session only, right?
Starting. Yeah, I did not start in April, because April actually I live in Rourkela, right? It's very hot. So we have summer classes morning 6 o'clock to 9:30 or 10 o'clock. So there the period that they give is a very short period. So in that I cannot teach. So that time I took up this employability skills and little bit introduction about data storytelling, something like that. So then once the school started in June end, it started. That time also the time was not fixed. In July I started in like completely, where we had around 45 minutes period, and everything was set and everything. That's why. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome. Kumud ma'am. Yes.
Yeah, good evening, Meenu ma'am and Smitha ma'am.
Good evening.
I am very thankful, both of you, that you are organizing this type of session. This is my 3rd year, which I'm completing with the AI only as 9th, 10th and 11th, and first batch of class 12. So I require some plan of action towards the making the project as well as the logbook part, how I should start the things like storytelling topic we can, employability skills we can, but from the starting, how should I proceed, divide the class and give the projects, as I have seen your Padlets and everything. That is really wonderful, very helpful. So I require some guidelines towards that.
Okay, ma'am. For dividing the class into different groups, like since I started with making these groups in the month of April, as I told you, for entrepreneurship skills, I knew the strength and weakness of each and every student. So then few groups I only made in the beginning for employability skills, but by the time after 1 month, students where they knew like strengths and weaknesses. So in the month of July, I told them to pick up their partners. Okay, so that I did. Then once that was done, this next class, after the group is made, then next class I spent around 40 minutes making the students sit in their places and deciding upon the projects. As I told you, brainstorming session was done. Brainstorming session was not done in one day. It was done for 3-4 days, because as I told you, few students are totally confused. They do not know, ma'am, hum kahan se shuru karenge? That is the biggest question. So I told ki whatever ideas you're getting, think about SDGs. Whatever, I told them few ideas also, like you can do something related to women, something related to say society or environment. So few inputs I gave. Then I told them, you sit and discuss with each other and note down whatever rubbish ideas, whatever ideas you're getting, you just note down in a sheet of paper. So like, as I told you, the girls group, they were the first one. Within 10 minutes, they decided, okay, we want to do something related to our, but few groups were there. It took almost 2 weeks for them to come up to a particular plan. It's okay, just leave them. Don't pressurize them. अरे तुम लोग को project अभी तक ready नहीं हो, क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो, करो करो. I did not do that. I said, okay, आज confused हो, no problem. We'll again sit together. I used to give them 10 minutes to discuss. I used to go and intervene them. Okay, what all ideas you're getting? Okay, these ideas are good. Okay, these ideas are not possible, because few projects are very good, ma'am, but we cannot do it within a matter of 2-3 months, because as I told you, their physics, chemistry practical will be going on. Few students will not come because they're preparing for JEE. We have so many hurdles actually, especially when we are teaching these kind of subjects. So keeping that in mind, first of all, I did not pressurize the groups to come up with a solution immediately. I said, you take 2 weeks, 3 weeks, anytime. Once, and slowly when I did that, they were in their comfort zone. Okay, ठीक है, हमारे पास time है, हम लोग सोच सकते हैं. Then after that, I sat with them, individual groups, and we decided like how to go about, like whether this particular project is feasible or not. So we decided to prepare a Google form and circulate those questions to all our classmates or teachers. Like the girls' problem was related to periods, so that form we distributed among girl students and teachers, lady teachers. and few project was that was related to auto predictor, like predicting the car price. So that particular Google form was circulated among like parents and uncles and those who owned four-wheelers. So we decided. So it was a slow process. Don't get scared. If you get scared, वो pressure बच्चों में आ जाता है कि हम लोग कैसे करेंगे, what to do. So just go slowly, and students will automatically come up with few ideas. And if you are getting any idea from YouTube or something, just show it to them. ठीक है, ऐसा कुछ है, you can take some input from that and proceed further. So after a matter of 15 days or maybe 20 days, obviously students are going to come up with some or the other idea. It may be very, very simple idea, ma'am. No problem. Let them do the project, because even when I attended the trainings of IBM and other this one CBSE trainings, they only tell that they don't require a working model also. Even a project plan is good. They can say in future, the concept of CV or concept of NLP can be applied. It can be just an abstract or a concept which the students can bring up. Not necessarily always a chatbot should be there. Not necessarily a image model should be there. It's not that. A simple one can be taken up as a project and it can be proceeded further. And regarding the logbook, you go through the logbook and present it to the class. Give them 15 minutes time. Okay, Abhi, you go through the logbook once again. If you have any questions, you ask. Slowly, one child, everybody will start asking questions. All the questions will be answered and they will get clarity also. Okay, that is how I did, ma'am. Okay.
Ma'am, in class 12, external examiner will come for the practicals?
Yes, ma'am. External examiner will come, and the person who is going to come will see the video first. Then they are going to look at the logbook and they're going to ask like questions like, why did you choose this project? What are the hurdles you face? Like, what are the roles and responsibilities of this project that you did? And my external asked some questions related to other chapters also, like what is project cycle and what is the importance of train test split, like why should we require data storytelling. So presentation of the video of the capstone project along with some AI concepts, and they have to just show. They need not have to type anything, do nothing in front of the computer. The videos were shown one by one to the external, and he or she, whoever comes, they're going to ask questions for that. And main thing they're going to ask is, why did you choose this project? And what are the challenges that you faced? And after doing this capstone project, what was the most enriching experience that you had? Like they learned about team spirit, team bonding, communication skill, then how to...
It's just like science projects we are getting the different variety of questions.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
It's going to be fun.
The logbook will be prepared by the students. Video will be prepared
logbook
by the
has to be prepared by the students. Again, 2 students can take up that logbook. As I told you, few are very good in typing fast. Their English language skills are very good. And they can use Grammarly also over there using a Google Doc, so that the grammar part, everything will be taken care. And after 1 or 2 pages were getting filled up, I used to sit with each group and see like where they are proceeding. Because at the end, if you see, you cannot make more changes. So intervene in between after 1 or 2 pages, and whatever changes has to be done, do it then and there itself, so that it's not going to pile up. Okay, I had 14.
So ma'am, the 5 student group is there. So one logbook is for that entire group.
One logbook they are going to do, and then they are going to share it with everybody. Each student will submit one logbook, but the contents are going to be same thing, ma'am.
Okay.
Contents are same, only their name will be different. That's all. The first name. Okay.
The roles and responsibilities can be defined in that way only.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, next.
Madam, actually, what I have done, I took out printouts of the logbook, and the group leader, like if I have 4 students, the group leader will be in charge of the logbook, like the one who is the front runner, and he'll be filling up, and at end of the capstone, we'll take a Xerox of that. Like each student needs to know from the group, each student needs to know about the project. That's very important.
Okay, yes.
That is what I have. Yeah, so this is what I have got. I've just started, ma'am.
Okay, I did it with Google Docs, sir, because Google Doc, they have multiple sharing capacities there. They can share it with everybody, and they can do it at home and school also. So I took up with Google Doc instead of taking printout and writing and again typing back. It is going to take a lot of time. So Google Doc is very easy. Suppose one student is typing something. Next class, he does not come. The other student can immediately pick up. So they're not going to be dependent on that paper and pen. So that's why I adopted Google Doc technique here. Okay.
Okay. So they can type the entire format and enter it.
that PDF which is there, na sir, you convert into doc, that is document, and upload it to the Google Drive of each and every student. Anybody can have access to that and they can do. So nobody can wait for other student. It is a continuous process. I told them if you are having 15 minutes time at home, just type 2 lines and finish it off. So by that process, they could complete it very quickly.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome. Yes, any other teacher?
Ma'am, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Ma'am, in between you had told that while teaching AI, the capstone project unit, to teach from the CBSE handbook, and also you said one more textbook. So what is the other textbook that we should follow?
The textbook I referred was, ma'am, was from Orange Education Touchpad, ma'am. You can refer to any textbook. I'm not forcing you to use that textbook. Any other textbook you can use.
Orange Education Touchpad.
Yeah, Touchpad. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome, ma'am.
That's the best so far, madam. That's the best one. I have seen. It's better than Sultan Chand, you know, honestly.
Yes. I had both, but I'm using that this one only because Meenu ma'am is the writer for that, and I'm the co-author for that book. That's why.
Ma'am, I have one more question.
Yes.
Ma'am, for this project, like, can the child use these like teachable machine platform to?
Yes, ma'am. They can use teachable machine. They have used MIT App Inventor. They can use the Google Dialogflow. Anything. Teachable machine also can be used.
Ma'am,
Yes.
in that at the back end, the coding will be created automatically. So
coding will come. Coding. I can show you one project which the students have done, which is about simple teachable machine. Just a minute. I'll just share that.
Okay.
So that you all will get an idea of how it should be done. This is about work in, work out. This project you can see. Okay, I'll show you this project. This project is a very simple project using teachable machine.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, if they make a simple chat bot, will that be taken as a capstone project?
Yes, ma'am. Chatbot integrated in any of the platform, like maybe Google site or Thunkable you can use. These two platforms my students have used in order to integrate a chatbot.
They have to integrate the chatbot with a website.
Yes, either website using Google site, or you can use Thunkable also.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll just show you this project.
Our motive is to make people aware of their body types and what exercises are to be done according to their appropriate body types. Nowadays, people are investing time in maintaining a healthy lifestyle and have started becoming fitness freak.
I'll just show you how it is working.
The domain of AI that we will use is computer. Solution is based on the sustainable development of exercises and
the working of this. I'll just show you.
And tends to have less body fat and muscle. In this website, we have integrated a computer vision model which has been created using Teachable Machine. Teachable Machine is a web-based tool that makes creating machine learning more fast, easy, and accessible to everyone. We have used image classifier to train the Teachable Machine. We have inserted 455 samples of endomorph, 378 samples of mesomorph, and 236 ectomorph body type images. After training our model with sufficient image, we have tested with around 15 cases, and we have observed that our model has an accuracy of 90%, which is pretty good.
Now let's understand how our model works. First we have to open the website work in and out. Then as you can see here we have given information about SDG 3, Sustainable Development Goal 3. Next step is to know your body type. So scroll down to open the teachable machine link. Make sure you give access to your web cameras and then stand in front of the camera. Then immediately our AI CV model will show you your body type, which is either endomorph, ectomorph or mesomorph.
Okay, so see, they have used a simple teachable machine one, and they have created a very, very simple one. No need, as I told you, no need to create complicated projects, ma'am. Just a simple one is better, so that they will know the entire process of capstone project.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome. Any other teacher?
Lot of questions, Pranav, but I think we have time limit, ma'am.
Yes. Again, the meeting is going to end anyway. We can, if anybody has, we can take some.
Smitha, I have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
When you were teaching regression to students, for that, the simple questions, did you use your own lists or you created some CSV files?
I took it from Kaggle, ma'am. Few list I took it from Kaggle, and I directly told them to use that. Yes, ma'am.
The simple regression ones also.
Simple ones also. Yes, simple ones also.
Okay. Because
And
I was also doing
I taught them with the Excel also.
wondering.
In the Excel, actually, it is very easy to create a list using Excel instead of taking the entire Kaggle. Kaggle part came
we
later.
have that in computer science syllabus, na? So that's why I was asking.
Yeah, actually, a Kaggle I took it later. Initially, I told them to create just 2-column list in Excel. Use that. I mean, save it as a CSV file, and
CSV file, correct.
And then do the regression part. Okay.
Okay. Will it be possible if you could share this one question with me? I would just like to go through it once.
Yes,
where you used your own CSV file.
Yes, ma'am. I'll share it with you. Sure.
Ma'am, the Padlet also, can you please share?
Okay, ma'am. Padlet link, I'm going to share it.
You showed, no, ma'am, with your students who have done.
Yes, I'll share it in the WhatsApp group. Are you there in the WhatsApp group, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Which one? AI teacher community or 11 and 12 group?
AI teacher community, ma'am.
Community. Okay, I'll share it there, ma'am. Sure.
Yes, ma'am. So that we can show students how to do.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you can show it. No problem.
Another thing, Smitha, I wanted to ask you, since you went very minutely through both the handbook as well as the book, anything you feel, the book did not cover?
No, ma'am. One thing that I observed was, one thing that I observed was about the time series decomposition. Little bit more explanation.
Even I felt that. I will incorporate that.
That has been included this time. Rest all, everything was perfect. Even the exercises and the way the chapter has been taken in the same level of the handbook you have maintained. That is excellent.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome.
I must say, Smitha, every time I attend your sessions, I learn something new, and it's really wonderful.
Thank you. And you are my source of inspiration.
I'm so happy to know you. Every time when I give your example to my students, when one teacher living in Rourkela, and you tell me you have to face so much of heat and school gets over so quickly, and in spite of that, you come up with such wonderful projects. I keep telling them so that they get a little jealous and at least they work also.
Yes, that is true. We can motivate each other like that only.
Yeah.
It was really challenging, and I took up, it was like every day I used to just, even while sleeping also, I used to get some ideas. It was like that. I have got into that mode of thinking.
Going in your mind.
Something or other keeps on going. So I try to incorporate that, and I enjoy also. And that the most important thing was, students did not feel the load, like they are doing something big or something like that. And by the time they finished, they said, "Ma'am, hum itna sara kaise kiye?" मैं बोली, तुम ही लोग तो किए हो. I was just a hand-holding person for them, but I enjoyed the entire process. It was a great learning experience for me also.
Yeah.
Okay, then if all the teachers have finished with their questions, can we wind up? I have got few questions. I'll share the video that projects which my students have done. Thank you all of you for taking your precious time and to be with this webinar with me. And I have shared whatever I have done. It's nothing I've taken from anybody. It's all my own experience. So whatever challenges I faced, I've shared it with you. Whatever high moments I had, I have shared with you. So I'll keep you all informed about whatever things I'm doing. Okay. So we'll wind up then, all of you.
Yeah, ma'am, one more request,
Yes,
quarterly or maybe 4 months, 5 months, we should have webinars like this from you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. That is, we can share each other's ideas so that we can come up with more interesting things.
Because in between, there would be situations where, there is a little bit of a confusion, and that's where if we have a quarter, like maybe after 3 months, we can have a 40-minute webinar from you.
Yes, sir. Sure. I'll take up one in the month of July so that you would have completed little bit portion of your AI and employability skills also.
Yeah.
So then we can share our knowledge and experience and everything. And I have got a question in my chat, like how many periods I got in a week to complete the syllabus. Ma'am, every day I used to get at least one theory period and weekly 2 periods of practical. And if any teacher is absent, as you know, I was the first person to take all the arrangements so that I could sit and interact with the students. So that was one way of handling the entire syllabus. And the theory chapters syllabus was completed by October. The video making, the recording and everything took a little bit of more time, like maybe November mid or November end. One group took up more time because all the 3 students were very sick. One had an operation. See, these kind of challenges do come. So like one person is sick, and especially in group projects, if one person is not there, so then video shooting cannot be done, and scripting cannot be done, and coding cannot be done. So day-to-day challenges will come. So it's up to us to handle that. And one group, it was very unfortunate, like all the 3 students were very sick and everything. So that took up more time. I said, it's okay, we'll complete before December 31st. And I had to hurry for that group because January we had got a message that January 1st, we are going to start with the practical. And our school AI was the first practical which I conducted on 5th of Jan. So for one group, I had to make them hurry because they were very sick and it was difficult for them to come to school and do recording. And I coordinated through WhatsApp call and talk and everything. So that's how I managed the classes and syllabus, ma'am. Okay, then we'll wind up then.
Let me just give you one good news, Smitha. I just remembered. CBSE, this is for everyone, teachers taking skill subjects. CBSE is going to come up with a question bank of competency-based questions.
Okay.
I know this because, as you know, I take 802 also, IT.
Yeah.
So one of my friends has been approached to, make this question bank. So from her, I asked, the person who's in charge, and they're based in Jaipur, I think. So I asked her, I said, please ask that person, AI ka bhi ho raha hai kya? So she gave me an affirmative. She said, yes, even AI is getting developed. So most probably, the new session, we might not have that many problems. So certain question banks will be coming up from CBSE only.
Okay. So I did not know about this, but I have prepared my own question bank. So maybe later on, when somebody is doing an examination or something next year during the board examination, I can share my questions, prepare some questions from the textbook, from the question papers which were shared in the group. A collective one, I have kept it, so it can be useful for any teacher in future, ma'am.
That's nice. That's really nice.
Yeah.
You should publish it as a self-book, in fact.
That is also a good idea. Let me do that. Yeah. Okay. Kumud ma'am had raised her hand. Any doubt, ma'am?
No, ma'am, I have just clapped for the things that ma'am was sharing. The question bank was there.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let me see a chat. Okay. Yes, I think the question bank is for both class 11 and 12, Minu ma'am.
Yes. For IT, they are preparing it for 11th and 12th. So I'm assuming that for class, for AI
obviously,
also,
obviously they might be doing for both.
I think this is being done for classes 9 to 12 because AI is there in 9th and 10th also, and IT is there 402. So she was telling me that it's there in 9th and 10th also. So probably when CBSE releases, they will do it for this entire lot.
Okay, that is good. Okay, then thank you all of you. Bye-bye. Take care. Good night.